Happy Mother's Day from Detroit, and we have Philly and New Jersey in week number 5, and it's great to have Zora Stevenson for a matchup between two teams that already have plenty of history. Zora?
New Jersey defensive lineman Toby Johnson says Generals versus Stars is his rivalry. You may remember Philly knocked them out of the playoffs last season. After 9 consecutive wins, New Jersey was eliminated by a Philly team that just sparked at the right time. We talked with guys on both sides who recall not 1 but 2 punt returns that resulted in touchdowns during that game. Here's one of them. Both of these plays happening in the 4th quarter, and Philly did it with less than 2 minutes on the clock. Johnson remembers the Stars laughing off the field as they pulled the upset. He said Case Cookus and the Stars came out and ran all over us in that playoff game. We didn't appreciate that. So today, we are coming out to play. Jack?
Mike Rob, this is one of those deals where all you got to do is get a couple teams on the field, let them play 2 or 3 times. Rivalries begin to form. It's what we have here early on season number 2 in this revival.
Absolutely. The biggest motivation factor in a game like this is what happened last season, and the Philadelphia Stars definitely made the plays to win the games late in the season.
And Bart Andrus, veteran of spring league football seasons just like this, and he's going to air it out. Started his career in college football, moved on to the NFL. Tennessee Titans, even led the Amsterdam Admirals over in the NFL Europe. Why not? Led some great offenses over there in Amsterdam as well. And on the opposite sideline, it's Mike Riley, and he is the ultimate players coach.
Okay,
always smiling, always enjoying this. You'll see him with his grandson even over there on the sideline. Head coach of Oregon State, head coach of the San Diego Chargers when they were in San Diego. And he led New Jersey to a 9-1 record a season ago. They were one of the best teams in this league, season number 1. So there's the odds. New Jersey by 6.5. Over-under sits at 43.5. So Skiba will send it deep, and Skiba has been great since coming into the USFL out of Wake Forest. Tremendous career he had with Wake. And Terry Wright is back deep for the Stars. Right from the 17. Nice lane opens up, going straight through the middle of that kick coverage and out across midfield goes Wright. So let's meet the Stars offense presented by Progressive. In this group, it's led by Case Cookus, but all begins in the middle with C.J. Perez. They said he's the heart and soul of that offensive line. All begins right there. He'll have a tough matchup with Big Toby Johnson you set up in the beginning.
Yeah, C.J. Perez, all eyes will be on him as he's in that one technique matchup with Big Toby Johnson, number 90 right there in the middle of your screen.
Cookus wants to throw on the first play. It's tipped, and then it is caught. That's Corey Coleman, who has been a favorite target, and Christian Tutt making the stop. So Case Cookus, he led the Stars to the USFL championship game in year number 1. He's a gritty quarterback out of northern Arizona, and he had that very serious injury in the championship game. Winds up with a metal rod in his fibula. Long road to recovery, but he had no doubt in his mind he wanted to play another season. Here he is back leading the Stars again as they try to find their rhythm. Give it to Colburn, and this will help as Colburn is close and it appears he will have that first down.
Absolutely.
So for the New Jersey defense, this is a tough group, a group that leads the league in sacks. Toby Johnson, the man in the middle, has been their star.
Yep, and oftentimes you'll see his jersey caught underneath the 90 number right there. You see a lot more stomach. He's a big man. Takes on those double teams and allow these linebackers to go eat.
Empty it out. Cookus will fire, and Cookus has another completion, and once again, it is Corey Coleman. Corey Coleman, 2016 NFL Draft, first-round pick he was.
I want everybody to pay attention to Big Toby. There he is right there as a 3 technique, and just watch how nobody blocks him. You might want to block his.
Offense. Number 2 was covered. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Just a hit on the quarterback right there. Case Cookus, it's one of the things he talked about this week is getting the ball out of his hands, everybody being on the same page and avoiding some of those big hits.
So a late penalty marker and an illegal formation. Back them up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
We're good. 180.
Cookus hands it off. Here's Colburn, Matthew Colburn. And he's in a battle just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's somebody that Ted Cottrell, defensive coordinator of the Generals, had in the spring league. And he said he made Colburn team captain after just 2 practices. That tells you what I think about him.
Yeah, man. That kid, Matt Colburn, he's a kid. He strains. He has a lot of strain in his run. So what I mean by that is when you watch Matt Colburn run the football, the sideline gets excited, right? Because he looks like he's doing work and trying to get yards.
Cookus this time does have good protection out to Corey Coleman. And you said if there's any issue, it's them throwing the ball to Coleman too much. He's become the favorite target.
Yeah, he's the explosive playmaker for the Philadelphia Stars. He's a guy you can throw just a 5-yard hitch to, and he has the ability to take it 80 yards. You see Corey Coleman on the outside, just the hitch route. And again, we call this taking what the defense gives you. Case Cookus, we've seen throughout the season, sometimes not taking these hitch routes and trying to push the ball downfield.
3rd and 5 and movement just before the snap. Did the Generals leave early? The Stars think they did.
Looks like we got some movement.
Okay, so we'll just, I was pick 99. Here we go. That's the first down. Here we go. Neutral zone infraction, number 99, defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
That's Tyshawn Brenda right there. And again, when you have pass rushers like you have on the New Jersey General side, yep, they got to cross the ball into the neutral zone right there. Case Cookus and this Philadelphia Stars offense, they want to use their cadence to kind of slow this pass rush down and give the offensive line an advantage.
We're good.
Best first downs, especially on 3rd and 5. You don't even have to snap the ball.
There you go.
Here's Cookus going play action. Cookus setting up a screen to his tight end with space out in front, and down to the 20-yard line goes Pro Wells. That's Paris Ford who finally got him on the ground. And a nice pickup there setting up the screen game.
Yeah, nice pickup right here. You're going to just get a screen. Pro Wells going to be right here and then get the ball and then run the screen. But again, when you have the pass rushers of the New Jersey Generals, you're seeing Bart Andrews and the play callers screen over here. You know, you have your change of your cadence here. You run the ball here, throw the ball short there.
Cookus Gibbs just trying to pick up that first down. They're going to be close. Ref says yes, and chains are moving again. Chris Orr made the tackle, and Cookus starts 3 for 3 with 25 yards on this opening drive.
Boy, does Chris Orr, when he figures out the play, does he get there in a hurry, and when he puts hands on you, you go down.
We're good. Ready? We're good.
Cookus, quick throw to the outside, has a screen going back to Pro Wells. It goes inside the 5 and down to the 1-yard line. Trey Elston finally made the stop, but the Stars off to a great start on the offensive side of the ball.
And again, you get a quick play explosive. You get right back to the ball. You don't give the Generals enough time to get themselves together. This is strategic, Jack. Okay, you know you're up, you're not matched up against the right guys up front. They're bigger than you up front. You get a little tempo to give you an advantage.
Give it to Colburn, and he is in for the touchdown. If the ball got across, they may say he was just short. The ball was right there at the goal line. Bryson Young was there to meet him, and they might mark it about an inch shy of that goal line.
And that's what this offense gets into when you get into the red zone, right? It's about space in the red zone. This offense is about space, and they want to spread you out to run the football. When you get into the red zone, there's just not enough space to do that.
Hey, get some more. Water. Timeout.
So New Jersey is going to take a timeout.
They're first.
The smart play by Cookus is getting them on the line.
The tempo.
You can tell they were tired, too.
Absolutely. Ted Cottrell right there, defensive coordinator for the New Jersey Generals, figuring out how to get his group focused and up against this quick tempo attack on this first drive of the Philadelphia Stars.
And Ted was the defensive line coach for the original Generals back in 1984. Now 75 years old. He's saying, I got so much knowledge up here, so much football knowledge, I got to pass it down.
Yeah, man, and he is passing it down. He puts guys in a position where they can attack and be great. And when you have a resume like this, as you see him getting upset with some substitutions. When you have a resume like Ted Cottrell does, whatever you say to your team, your guys respond.
Second and goal, back to the ground and fighting for the goal line, and stopped up just short again. So Ted Cottrell's group on the defensive line, he said that's the strength. Toby Johnson and company standing tall.
Yeah, when you got big guys like Toby Johnson, you're going to hear me call him the immovable object right here. C.J. Perez in the middle of that Stars offense. And then Shalom Luani just shoots the gap, right? And gets into the backfield and stops the ball carrier before he can get to the goal line.
Third goal, ground game again. This time they're going backwards. Colin Hill in the backfield and dropped him.
There again, there's those linebackers, Chris Orr, Bryson Young, Colin Hill and company with the running through and making the ball, and making the tackle into the backfield. There's Big Toby right there, and you're going to just see a bunch of double teams. And then Chris Orr in the second level just run and get into the backfield. There's not a lot of push from this Philadelphia Stars offensive line. And this Generals defense becomes stout on the goal line.
Luis Aguilar from 22 yards away, and it is true. College teammate of Case Cookus here in Northern Arizona. We have an early lead, 3-0 Philly in this first quarter. So it's a perfect start for Case Cookus, 4 for 4, 11 play, 45-yard drive. Colburn 6 rushes for just 3 yards, and they ran it 3 straight times at the goal line. What's the scoop once they get down to the red area?
Yeah, Jack, that's the thing with this Stars offense, right? It's predicated off space. If you're going to guard them against the pass, then they have numbers in the run game. If you're going to guard against the run, they have numbers in the passing game. So that works between the 10s and the 20s. But once you get into the red zone or in the green area inside the 5-yard line, right, that's when space becomes compacted, and you have to figure out some different ways to out-leverage the defense. And that's why the teams that can run the football and move people, they usually have more success in the scoring zone.
There's Luis Aguilar to send it deep, and the speed is back deep for the Generals. Marcus Green and Warren Newman. Feel like they could be a couple of home run hitters. This is Marcus Green. They take it all the way across the field, out across the 35-yard line. So they're looking for some speed on the outside. That's been the search ever since Kevontae Turpin moved on to the Dallas Cowboys, making this league proud with everything he's done in the NFL. So Darius Victor, one of the superstars in season _1, second in the USFL in rushing behind Wes Hills there with New Orleans in the Breakers. With that body type of his, it's unique. 5'8", 209, and all that weight, all that power in the lower body.
Absolutely. Jack, he's built for leverage. Let's just say that.
That's
We're not
right.
going to call him short. He's just built for leverage. Got a little stoppage in play here.
There's an issue with the play clock.
Little issue with the play clock right there. But again, Darius Victor, he's a physical specimen in terms of when a defender gets to him and have to make the tackle.
The play clock is inoperable, therefore it will be kept on the field by the back judge.
Huh?
All right, kept on the field and kept on the bottom of your screen. I think our play clock will still work. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all good, man. But just talking about Darius Victor, again, a defense can know where the ball is going to be. A defense can know.
Please reset the game clock to 8:23, please. 8:23 and start it on the snap.
So a little issue with the game clock, a little issue with the play clock as well. Add a little time back to this first quarter.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's right there.
And here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Now the quarterback's going to have to talk to the back judge. Hey, man, keep me honest on the play clock here. You know, as being a former quarterback, that's the first thing I looked at in any stadium
play
you walk
clocks
into.
are now
Where's
working.
the play clock? Okay, now they're working.
Yeah, they are. I was looking towards the end zone because that's where the quarterback will be looking, right?
Absolutely.
Directly ahead. And there it is. They got it back up and running.
Go!
DeAndre Johnson setting up a screen. Darius Victor catches this one, and he goes behind the defense, sneaks right there behind the defense, and out across midfield he goes. So it's been the screen game for either side on the opening series.
And again, what I was getting ready to get into before, we had the play clock snafus and things like that. But when you talk about Darius Victor, again, just getting him the football in space. Now, the defenders have to have a physical encounter with him now. And those big, thick thighs right there where he has all his power, he makes it very difficult to bring him down to the ground.
Ready, go!
Johnson fakes it to Victor, gives it on the end around. This is Marcus Green, and Marcus Green is just trying to get back to the line. We got some pushing and shoving down the field. And that is Jamon Moore who's getting into it with Amani Dennis. So DeAndre Johnson started all 4 games this year, 2-2 record. He has 55 passes to his name, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. He's also been pretty darn good on the ground, 26 carries, 193, and a touchdown.
Yeah, DeAndre Johnson, he's the catalyst for this New Jersey Generals offense. Let's see downfield what just happened. Amani Dennis, Jamon Moore, man. Wrestling move there by Jamon Moore. DBs and wide receivers always getting after him.
Here's Johnson on the scramble. And Johnson is brought down. But Zora mentioned the rivalry at the top, and the rivalry already spilling over in this first quarter.
Yes, it is. These teams, they have a little history from way back in the day. They have some history from just last season. That was a screenplay that DeAndre just didn't feel comfortable with throwing the football, so he ran it and took it himself. I saw him at the hotel last night. He's like, Mike Rob, what you got for me, man? Some advice. I said, DeAndre, when you're running the football and you cut back, those big guys, they're coming to hit you. Make sure you get down.
Ready, go!
Johnson looking deep down the sideline. Wide receiver checked up on him, though. That's Cam Eccles-Looper. And Eccles-Looper, 14 receptions, 205, 2 touchdowns. He is their leading man on the outside, but just stopped on his route that time. And Johnson sailed it down the sideline.
Yeah, great coverage by Mozzie Wilkins right there. But again, when you look at this New Jersey Generals offense, the past couple of weeks when you saw them throw the football, there was a lot of bootlegs and getting DeAndre Johnson with his speed on the edge of a defense. Right there, you saw a straight drop back pass. Oftentimes, he doesn't see the field as good as he does when he's on the move.
Brock Miller hits it deep. Corey Coleman steps underneath him and takes it out across the 25. So the Stars back onto the field. They have the football. They have the lead. 5:41 in the first.
What do you got?
Generals defense, and Coach Cottrell, the defensive coordinator, said it's going to be a proactive defense. We don't sit around and wait. We're coming after you, and it's worked. It's the top scoring defense in the league, best in sacks, and they're going up against an offensive line that gives up the most sacks in the USFL.
Yeah, Jack, Ted Cottrell, he's always in an attacking mode. He's always sending 5 rushers after the quarterback, creating one-on-one blocks all across the offensive line, dictating the pace. Not a lot of defensive coordinators do that.
Cookus getting the ball out of his hands quickly. It's Dexter Williams out of Notre Dame who checks in for Colburn and gets the football headed towards the sideline.
That's what you want to see out of this Philadelphia Stars offense, right? Case Cook is getting back, being decisive with his reads, getting the ball out of his hands into the hands of his playmakers, and forcing a defense to make tackles on these great playmakers that the Philadelphia Stars have.
With blitz in his face, Cookus goes to the outside quickly, and it is batted right there at the line. It's DeJuan Hines saying, I got a hand on it, and he did, setting up a 3rd and 8.
As you can see, we talked at the beginning of this drive about Ted Cottrell dictating pace, right? And understanding that totally applying pressure on the quarterback helps your pass coverage. You sent 6 right there. You tell your defensive backs to sit off at about 7 or 8 yards, play everything downhill, and make the tackle.
It's that proactive defense.
There it is.
See how proactive it is on a 3rd and 8. Just going to bring 4 this time. Cookus on the scramble. Cookus going to run with it. This is what he did in that playoff game, this matchup. He said it's that cover 2 man. It gives you an opportunity to take off and run and get him out of that defense. There he went.
Case Cookis is going to have to do a lot more of this, again, to talk this New Jersey Generals defense out of this two-man defense that they play. You see right here, again, once you get around Big Toby Johnson, there's a lot of space running on that second level. And if Case Cookis can do this a little bit more today, it forces the defense to contract. And now you have one-on-one on the outside.
Cookis gives. Here goes Dexter Williams. Dexter with some speed as a penalty marker flies from behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Orr made the tackle.
Got a little holding right there,
number
possibly.
73, offense. 10-yard penalty, first down.
A little holding right there by Jacob Burton, 73. You see him right here trying to fight to get outside leverage, outside contain. And then you just got to let that inside arm go. You can't spin the defender down to the ground. Initially right with the block. But again, as he finished, that's where the penalty came into. And Bart Andrews told us this week, what's holding this offense back is we'll have 10 guys doing everything right. And just that one block or that one pass or that one assignment is what's holding this offense back.
And there is more pre-snap movement. It looked like the Generals may have stopped. Let's see if they were
Prior to the snap,
right across the line.
false start. Number 1, offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Corey Coleman on the outside.
Corey Coleman right there, right on the outside. The guy wanting to get
11,
down the football field, wanting the ball in his hands. Just got to start a little early. See if he jumps right here. Oh, yeah, just right on his tiptoes, just a little bit. You know? Tried to play it off. Couldn't fool the ref standing right there.
Here you go, make it work. Good eye. We're good. Let's go, Peggy.
Philly going backwards. 1st and 25. Hands it off. Not much space at all. Matthew Colburn can't escape the arms of Toby Johnson, who was already making his mark.
There you go, Toby Johnson, the big immovable object. You see him right here, just in a two-eye, head up on the guard. Bench presses the guard back, makes the read on the play, and oftentimes defensive tackles, they'll get hands on the back right here, but they don't bring the back down. This is what a playmaker does at the defensive tackle position. You split or you shed the blocker, and you make the tackle in the backfield.
Cookis trying to break off some of this yardage and can't. Looking for DeAndre Overton. Pass flies right through his arms. And Matthew Colburn, 7 rushes for 5 yards to begin the game. Sets up a 3rd and 23.
3rd and 23. That's exactly what Coach Andrews told us this week. He did not want this offense to be in. They have to be better on 1st and 2nd down so that they can have a manageable 3rd down. This is a very catchable ball for DeAndre Overton right there. But again, when the defense is expecting deeper routes, they're just sitting and waiting on you and playing downhill. Makes it tough to get the 1st down.
Got any favorite 3rd and 23 calls?
Just go deep, throw it up.
They're good at that.
Timeout.
That's their favorite play call anyways.
Philadelphia. They're first.
Looks like they want to think about that 3rd and 23 call. Take a break. Philly timeout. And do not miss the New York Yankees on the road against the Cincinnati Reds. Aaron Judge and more heavy hitters go head-to-head. Great American Ballpark next Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern time on Peacock. The Reds putting up a little fight this year.
Okay.
A little slow start for them.
Yeah, you going to go to that
6-4
game?
their last 10.
You going to go to that game?
I am going to go. We got a
there.
Saturday game next week. I'm home for Sunday, 11 a.m. I'll be there.
I like it.
Great American Ballpark, one of the great ballparks in the MLB. 3rd and 23. Empty look for Case Cookis. Cookis fires, and that goes right through the arms of his intended target, Devin Gray. Christian Tutt was there. Opportunity for a pick there for a second. Lucky to see it hit the ground.
Yeah, we had a saying back in my Seahawk days, tips and overthrows, got to get those, right? You have to get those when you're a defense. You see Case Cookis right here, just trying to get a completion so they can flip the field in field position. Ball tipped in the air, almost picked off. Stars glad that pass didn't get picked off.
Luis Aguilar sends a punt off the side of his foot to Cam Eccles-Looper, who gathers at the 30. So Darius Victor, one of the trending topics of season number 1 was those thick thighs that save lives.
There you go.
41 rushes, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns for those thick thighs in season number 2. But look at this.
Look at the baby's
Even
face.
the baby, he's got the onesie. Can you read that onesie?
Yeah,
he's got the saying right there.
Thick thighs saves lives. Baby's like, oh man, why y'all showing off my thighs? Okay, supposed to be talking about Darius Victor, but in all seriousness, I mean, look at those thighs right there. I mean, again, a physical encounter when you got to make a tackle on that guy.
Here goes Victor to the center of the defense. He lost the football, though. Ball comes out here. Offensive line is fighting for it. And Gabe Sewell, who was there, and the offensive line was not able to get on top of it, and it is going to be Stars ball.
Wow, as we just were talking about Darius Victor, second fumble in 2 weeks. He fumbled last week too against the New Orleans Breakers on the handoff, but again, right here, just fighting for extra yardage. A helmet gets on the ball, and it just gets ripped out. You see Darius right there. Ball a little high in his pocket right there. It's a good play by this Stars defense, and a play that this defense needed to make to flip the field for their offense.
That was Gabriel Sewell who came up with it. His brother, Penei, he's a Detroit Lion, of course. First-round pick. I'm told he may be in attendance as well today.
Yeah.
Cheering on Gabriel.
And he's a big man. I did a little event with Penei before, and the guy's bigger than all outdoors, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
He covers the sun.
180. Where's it?
There's Cookus. Cookus has another pass deflected, so they're bringing that blitz. That time had a linebacker in his face and got a hand on us. DeJuan Hines getting a hand up once again.
I know.
So last week, here they were, Mike Rapp.
Okay. See, Penei, there he is. Penei's right there. He's the guy that's not in the pads, guys, okay? Still bigger than everybody walking around in pads. First round pick of the Detroit Lions a few years ago. And it's in the family. See Gabe right there making plays.
There's Colburn directly up the middle, and Colburn is going to fight forward for 4. That's Colin Hill who made the tackle, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and mid to long range.
Yeah, and you look at the Stars offense right now. They're right on the cusp of the scoring zone, but they're in the red zone. I would expect possibly a shot at the end zone right here while they have enough space in this offense in the field position to do it. See if they can create some leverage on this New Jersey Generals defense.
Philly has controlled this first quarter, looking for more points as now Cookus is brought down. Colin Hill has been on a tear on this series, and a 3rd and 7 sack has his name on it.
That's a great play by Colin Hill, and really the rest of this defensive front. The pocket just caved in on Case Cookus. This New Jersey Generals defense, they're getting after it.
So Colin Hill takes us to the end of the first quarter. It's a 3-0 Philly lead. They'll have another field goal coming up to make it 6 on the other side of the field. Case Cookus has been under heat all year, and he's under more heat today.
Happy Mother's Day. Appreciate you raising me. Teach me everything you know. Love you.
Happy Mother's Day, Cassandra Jones.
My mother, my hero, my queen. Happy Mother's Day. I love you. Happy Mother's Day to my wife, my mother, my Auntie Shawn, Auntie Phyllis, you know, the whole village. You know, it takes a village to raise a kid, you know.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. The moms make the world go round. Yes, mothers in attendance today. Shout outs for you, Mike Rock.
Yes, shout out to the mothers in my life. My mother, Rita Ross. My wife, Shamika Robinson. Couldn't be where I am without those two.
Smart man.
Yes, man. Yes,
Holly Collinsworth, love you. And a field goal on the way. Luis Aguilar, 2 for 3 on field goals in this 40 to 49 yard range from 42 away he is. And he hit a great kick right down the middle. Luis Aguilar. So the offense has struggled once they got down there inside the 30. Really, it was inside the 10 on the first series, inside the 30 there. The pass rush of the Generals has been a problem for every offensive line. For the Stars, that is their weakness.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the shortcomings of the Philadelphia Stars offense. But really the story of this first half so far is the Stars are able to move the ball between the 20s if they get the ball out of their hands fast enough. But then when they get in the red zone, that's when their issues start, because their offense is predicated off space and out leveraging a defense in the passing game to help in the run game. You get in the red zone, there's just not enough space to do that.
It's got to be a crazy experience playing quarterback spot for Case Cook this week. He's catching the football, and that head's got to be on a swivel in an instant.
Yeah, it definitely has to be something that's in his mind, especially because of the nature of how he got injured last season. Broke his leg being in the pocket and moving around. So you have to know it's on the forefront of his mind. New Jersey Generals got some speed back there for this KOR.
They sure do. Luis Aguilar sending this deep to Marcus Green and Warren Newman, and they are fired up about Newman. We get an opportunity to see that speed right here as he crosses the 30, and here he goes out to the 43-yard line where he's escorted out of bounds. So maybe he could be that answer. They are hopeful that he could be that answer as they try to replace KaVontae Turpin. What we've seen so far, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but could he be that? Could that skill set line up?
The speed can be that. And so when you're such a running team like the New Jersey Generals, what you want is a guy that's going to make the opposing defensive coordinators think at night. And speed does that. KaVontae Turpin was the guy last year. They're hoping this kid right here, Warren Newman, can be that for this offense. And just the speed backs the defense up. When it backs the defense up, it creates the space to run the football.
DeAndre Johnson in the play action. Down the middle of the defense, it's deflected. It's deflected twice. Great play there. A couple guys got a hand on it. Cody Brown was first, who made the play. Cody Brown has been terrific for them. Leads them in tackles as well.
Again, you see this just over route by the tight end Braden Bowman right here. And again, you see the Philadelphia Stars defense just get their hands up. Cody Brown right there tipping the pass. Ladarius Wiley in position to knock the ball away. That's something this Stars defense needs to see after what they put on tape last week.
Johnson fakes it, keeps it himself. See his speed as he gains the edge immediately. 4.37 he ran at his pro day before Cody Brown shoved him out of bounds.
And again, this play right here is meant to settle DeAndre Johnson in this offense down. You get the fake right here with the read option out the back. You're reading that defender right there. And again, when this guy pulls the ball and decides to run, his speed can out-leverage a defense, and it scares opposing defensive coordinators. As you can see, the middle of the field safety had to make that tackle.
There's Trey Williams, who comes into the game for Darius Victor after his fumble, and back to the edge they go. Trey Williams going to pick up another first down. We'll see that spot. He's right at the line to gain, maybe just short.
And again, this is just a counter punch to what this New Jersey Generals offense likes to do. Darius Victor, he's the guy that's going to punch you in the mouth. Trey Williams, he's the guy that's going to float right around you in the speed and get around the outside. When you just watch this guy walk around, it looks like he's pouncing, right, ready to run as he shows his speed and gets around the outside.
Didn't play the first couple of games of the season, now back in the lineup as Johnson takes another carry for himself, and into the secondary he goes, into the end zone he goes. DeAndre Johnson pulls and scores.
What a play from DeAndre Johnson. Just a little quarterback draw. You see the Philadelphia Stars wanting to send some slot pressure with Bozzie Wilkins right there. But again, the speed and the ability, you see the blitz coming off the edge right here, but the speed and the ability of DeAndre Johnson and the vision, see that cut right there, allows him to get to the second level. And when this guy gets to the second level, oftentimes he's gonna score. You see the safety right there, Ladarius Wiley, trying to reach for the tackle. Yeah, man. Throwing up the heart for Mother's Day. Good job by this New Jersey Generals offense.
35-yard touchdown run, 4 plays and 56 yards. All those yards were rushing.
The rushing of DeAndre Johnson. The guy is the catalyst for this New Jersey Generals offense. He likes to move, and when he gets on the second level, he says bye-bye. We'll be back.
They go. They met 3 times last season. New Jersey winning both of those in the regular season, but it was Philadelphia that reined in last year's North Division final, advancing to the USFL championship game, where they were knocked off by the Birmingham Stallions, who were the champions of season number 1. See if the Generals can get it going again. This does feel like one of the teams that could chase down a championship in season number 2. It wasn't the hottest start for them this season, but you're starting to see who they're going to be down the stretch.
Absolutely, and when you can run the football, it forces the defense to have something to work on all week, a physical thing that they have to work on all week in tackling these ball carriers for the New Jersey Generals.
There's Nick Skiba to send it deep, and Terry Wright on the other side. Here comes Wright with plenty of space out in front of him. Out across midfield, he goes with a burst of speed and inside the 40-yard line. You got your hand over your mouth. What did you notice on the return?
There was some devastating blocks by the Stars special teams right there. Oh my. As a former special teamer in the National Football League, that gets me very excited. Again, you see it, boom, oh, right there. Oh my goodness. You see the block on 30 right there, and just a gaping hole for Terry as he enters past the combat zone on the kickoff. Good job.
Terry Wright has been strong. Here comes Dexter Williams up the middle. Did he lose the ball? No, but he did lose his footing quickly. Chris Orr stuck him. You saw the Generals celebrating right after contact.
I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps, Jack. When you see linebacking and tackling like we just saw out of Chris Orr, it just takes me back to my playing days, the run through, the physicality. And he's not a big guy. And then when he makes contact with you, the ball carrier goes backwards.
Show blitz and back out of it. Pukas holding the football. Creating a little more time, now firing towards the sideline, and that is going to be complete for a short pickup. It's Devin Gray out of Cincinnati who made the grab.
It's a good play staying with your quarterback by Devin Gray, but I thought the offensive line did a good job right there, picking up the pass rushers for the New Jersey Generals. Case Cookers just didn't like what he saw, flushed out of the pocket, and got a completion. They're inching closer to that red zone. Let's see if they can take a shot at the end zone while they have some space.
3rd down and 4. Cookus scans, fires, and has a completion. It's Jordan Sewell who made the grab, and Jordan Sewell picks up that 1st down.
It's a good grab by Jordan Sewell right there. As you can see, Case Cookers picking himself up off of the ground. Just going to see Sewell just kind of sit in that pocket right there and just provides his numbers for Case Cookers to throw this football right here. Talked to Case Cookers this week. He talked about Jordan Sewell having a big week, and he expected Jordan to have some big catches.
Cookus from an empty set. Trying to step up through that pocket, and there is just no space to do so. He stepped up right into the arms of Toby Johnson, and Toby Johnson sent him to his backside.
It makes you wonder if this ball was in the dirt. I think they are calling Case Cookers down. You see Toby right here just use his power to get to the quarterback. And there's really not much the offensive lineman can do right here, or Case Cookers for that matter. This is what it's called being a playmaker at the defensive tackle position. You get through the blocker and make the play on the quarterback. Look at Toby. He's like, what? Why is that not a sack? Give me my stats, referees.
We got a player down for Philly. That's Colby Ragland getting some extra attention. As they do so, we'll take a quick break. 1-point lead for New Jersey. So Colby Ragland out of a UAB able to limp his way over into the tent, and that's going to bring in Shamarius Gilmore to replace him out of Georgia State, and this is what happened to Ragland.
Yeah, you just see Ragland. He's trying to anchor against big Toby Johnson right there. Again, he's a little undersized against Toby right there, and again, you just kind of see something in his lower leg kind of give out, and he falls right there. You hope he's okay. But again, it's a new guard in. See if the Generals attack that spot.
Cookus under heat, and Cookus has another pass that was deflected at the line. Just trying to get that ball out of his hand. You had Toby Johnson, who was there in his face again. And Toby Johnson is pairing with Tyshawn Render, one of the best defensive lines in this league.
Again, you got Tyshawn Render right there. You just see his get off, right? And then if you can't get there, get your hand up, and it affects the pass coming out of Case Cookus' arm. This is what real pass rushing looks like, Jack. You may not get there, but you still affect the passer.
Cookus under heat. Cookus tried to escape it. That came off the edge. He didn't see it until it was too late. Hercules Mataafa arriving at the quarterback.
Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. What? This is what it's about. You see Mataafa right there coming off the left side. Up against a new left tackle for the Stars this week, and just with the effort gets to Case Cookus, gets to the quarterback right there and finishes at the quarterback and plays his song. Little air guitar right there. It's a good play by Hercules Mataafa.
He's from Maui, played 19 games with the Vikings. 2017, he was the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year at Washington State, as we have a timeout before perhaps a 56-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, and Mataafa, he has a motor. Right? He does not stop. You can block him at his first attempt, but then you have to work on his counter move. You got to block him from his inside move, and he's good against the run as well. And so when you look at this New Jersey Generals front, they've had their eyes square on that guy right there, Case Cookus, all day, and they've been getting after him.
You ever play the quarterback spot under this kind of heat?
You know, put the quarterback on a spy, you say?
I'm saying you're playing the quarterback spot with this much pressure in your face. I mean, how hard is it to keep your eyes down the field? You're getting hit every play.
Every single time you hit your back step and your drop, your eyes naturally are going to go down to the pressure in front of you. And it forces you to kind of get through your reads faster than you want to.
Seeing that already. Luis Aguilar trying to hit one from way deep, and he drilled it.
What a kick.
He was 0 for 1 on kicks 50 plus, make it 1 for 2. Had some smoke coming off that one.
Okay, Aguilar, right? Standing on the USFL logo, kicks it, balls up. Just squeaks through. You see the Generals got a returner back there, Echoes Looper, just in case that didn't get there, but it just got through. It's a good kick.
Longest in the USFL so far this year.
And that's a real weapon. That's a real weapon.
And Zora is standing by with Hercules, who is wreaking havoc on that defensive front.
Hercules, how satisfying is a play like the one you just had?
You know, it was a big stop. We needed to get off the field, hold them to 3. Me and our teammates are coming in this game. We're trying to break the record for the sacks, so we're out there coming today.
That's a team goal?
That's the team goal for this week.
And then
they want to pass the ball this much, we're going to come after them.
Okay, good to know. And then in terms of specific moves that you use to pull that off, what's the title of that move?
You know, I got to watch the film. I don't know really what I did. You know, when you're in that zone, you're just going. And if you in the field, you're just going.
And you want to get a win against Philly, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we owe them one from last year. We owe them one from last year. We at their house, we're trying to come at them, and we're going to keep coming.
Thank you.
One more thing. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you.
I can't help but like Hercules.
Yes.
Didn't even remember his celebration. I love the celebration, too. Ended up playing the guitar. Nice return here as it goes out across the 40, out to midfield once again. So it's Warren Newman at his speed who's setting up the Generals, now down 2 points.
Yeah, that's the speed this New Jersey Generals offense was looking for. But again, Mata Afa, such a great personality. I got to tell Zoro, watch out. He was serious down there.
He was.
God knows how to rush out to get after the passer. He's in warrior mode. But it's good to know that as a group, that defensive line, they're going for a goal. They want to get the sack record, and they're playing like it today.
I think they might get it. Early indications.
Let's see what this Generals offense and DeAndre Johnson can get done.
Johnson flips it to the outside. Trying to get something going on the ground. It's Trey Williams, and Trey Williams moves ahead for just a couple. Alfieri made the stop. Just listening to Mike Riley and these play calls from the head coach.
JJ, dot right, 31, cool Ruby Poker.
Here we go. Hey, dot right, 31, cool Ruby Poker on one. Ready? Go, 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 go. We got to go.
Got some penetration fast.
My daughter's name is Ruby. So now I got to tell her she has a play named after her in the USFL. New Jersey Generals. It's a good run by DeAndre right there.
What happened?
Got an official who's down on the ground. Got knocked over on that last play. And he's tough.
Oh, yeah, he's playing
He's
through a
tough.
little pain right now.
Yeah. The Case Cookus of officiating
There
today.
you go.
Got to get back up.
Okay, see the ref. Oh, that's where it all happened.
Oh, yeah.
All right, just a substitution going out on the field. Oh, he's laid out, Jack. Glad he got up.
That was Alonzo Moore with the personal foul.
I know Alonzo didn't mean it.
Ready, go.
DeAndre trying to scramble away again. Let's crank up Coach Riley.
Okay. Get Warren in there. Let's go H. You play the Z. He plays the Z.
Come in zone.
Zin, hip star, 51, Arizona right. Zin, hip star, 51, Arizona right.
Hip star, 51, Arizona right. One, ready?
Sounds like to me this is a fake run up the middle.
No.
Versus the number 10.
Blue lady! Go!
Stars knew that too. A penalty on the play. Tackle by Joel DeBlanco.
On his ass, Joel.
Blue, 22, Boomer.
Holding. Offense, number 80. 10-yard penalty, second out.
They're not going to be shy about getting Warren Newman the football when he comes into the game. Played at Jackson State, which of course was Deion Sanders' last stop before he went to Colorado. It'll be really interesting to see what that turns into now that he's with Colorado. But Newman in this speed, home run hitter they called him. He may get it again before this drive is up.
Absolutely. When you have speed like that, it doesn't matter that the defense knows you're getting the football. They still got to go catch it.
Johnson getting the football to Newman, and he is spun down at Sewell. It's a nice play by Sewell. Get the speedster on the turf.
It's a good play by Gabe Sewell right there. Again, you're going to see Newman. He's going to come across, and this is like a screen play, but on the other side of the line of scrimmage when he catches the football. You can see the blockers on the outside trying to get him around the corner. But Gabriel Sewell, good job of taking his drop and then playing downhill and being a sure tackler on a very, very speedy player in Warren Newman.
3rd and 20. You get something in field goal range, maybe get something in the end zone. It's going all the way to the goal line. And that was a great play defensively. Nice recovery by Channing Stribling to get back there and bat that football away.
Channing Stribling, he's the captain, he's the leader for this defense and this team for that matter. Reminds me of an old cornerback of mine named Richard Sherman. Trying to clear it. Sorry, guys. There we go. You see Channing Stribling always keeping his eyes on the quarterback and making a play on the football.
This is a high punt with some backspin on it, and it will drift backwards. Taking a friendly Stars hop, and now we have this football being picked up by Corey Coleman, and he's going to be stopped right there at the 20. It's a 2-point Philly lead, under 5 in the second quarter. Well, not all races can be won. Fast 10, only in theaters May 19th, and you buy tickets on Fandango now. Hard to believe they're already up to 10.
10?
Fast 10. I think I've watched all 9, so
yeah.
I got to go out for the 10th.
It's all good, man. I use that Fandango app a lot, too, so I'm going to be looking on Fandango for that Fast 10.
How about this number as well? Johnson, 57 yards rushing. Philly as a team, 57 total yards.
No way. Is that for real? Is that a real stat?
57
that's
total. That's the real deal.
I guess it's decent. The Stars are finding the run game a little bit, but it's also not good that one player on the other team matches your run total.
It was Case Cookus who had the scramble. That was their best play on the ground, and he has not taken off since. Cookus on the roll. Cookus is going to scramble here and slide down. Let's go down to Zora.
Bart Andrus' daughter, Brooke, for the Philly Stars, placed first in the women's division in a 5K here in Detroit last weekend. The 7-time Montana State champion, his daughter, planned a trip to Michigan to support her dad and saw the race was going on at the same time. She said, "Dad, I think I can win it," and that's exactly what she did. Growing up, people would ask, Andrus, why is she so competitive? Her answer, well, I'm from a football family.
That was a great story, wasn't it, Zora? And Coach was extremely proud as we have penalty markers fly here. He said she was great going even back to high school. She used to win every event. So when she said she was going to enter, I figured she would win, and she did.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
It's on C.J. Perez.
On the center. But going back, Coach Andrews, and just understanding, you know, the competitive daughter that he has, and just showing the support and being here for Coach Andrews. Everybody that seems to encounter this guy has a tremendous love for him. Good job that his daughter's here in support as well.
There's Cookus. Outside, it's Coleman, and Coleman is hit the second he caught it. It's Christian Tutt who was there in coverage.
Yeah, this New Jersey Generals secondary and defense as a whole, they're playing downhill. Christian Tutt, one of the ball hawks of this Generals secondary, gives a little space, allows the hitch to happen for Corey Coleman on the other side, and then plays downhill and is a sure tackle.
Good. 180.
3rd and 8. Cookus looking across the middle. It was a dangerous pass. It was to Corey Coleman. There was about 4 defenders there. Christian Tutt dove in front of the football and tipped it away.
This kid, Christian Tutt, man, just great eyes right here. This little zone coverage that the New Jersey Generals were playing, just switching up. And again, now he's the inside corner. Quarterback Case Cookus tried to look him outside. He fooled him, folded back in, and makes the play. And that goes to this Ted Cottrell defense, right? Being a force and not playing a reactive nature, but playing a proactive nature.
Luis Aguilar, who kicks and punts, sends it to the 39, and Cam Eccles-Luper steps underneath of it right there with a fair catch called for. Philly up 2, under 4 minutes in this first half.
This New Jersey Generals offense, they've been on fire early today, but they've been doing it in different ways. You see big guys in space, getting the ball in their playmakers' hands in space. You see Trey Williams right here racing around the edges of the defense. And then, of course, you have DeAndre Johnson in his legs. You can see right here that little jump cut. And once this guy gets into the secondary, it is bye-bye, see you in the end zone. This Generals offense, they're making it tough on this Stars defense. Let's see if they can put some points on the board before halftime.
Yeah, there's been 6 runs of 35-plus yards in the USFL. New Jersey has 2 of them. You just saw one of them right there by DeAndre Johnson.
Ready, go!
Johnson in the play action. Down the middle of the defense, and it is caught. What a catch in traffic before a big hit put on right after. It's Wes Saxton Jr., the tight end, where Amani Dennis hit him, and now Amani Dennis is shaken up after that contact with the big body of Saxton.
Yeah, Amani Dennis a little banged up. But again, looking at this Generals offense, Wes Saxton on the catch. We saw Braden Bowman be in a position to make this same catch a little bit earlier. You're going to see Wes right here, just a little over route. And the ball got tipped by 21, Mr. Cody Brown on the last time that they attempted this play. But again, good pass by DeAndre Johnson. Nice firm pass, short arcing pass over the linebackers. Hits Wes Saxton Jr. in the chest.
And Amani is up and slowly making his way over towards the sideline. 2 interceptions he had in that Michigan game, USFL playoff game against New Jersey. He had that clinching interception with 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It was a huge play for their season.
And a guy that's highly respected, Amani Dennis. You saw 2 New Jersey Generals receivers, Echoes Looper, and others come up to him just to show their support. It's a brotherhood in this league.
Mingo.
And for Wes Saxton, that was his first catch of this season. And mostly Braden Bowman, who they like at tight end. I feel like they can create matchups with him, but Wes Saxton, 6'4", 240, coming across the middle. DeAndre Johnson from the pocket, penalty marker flies. Johnson on the scramble, on the throw, has a completion, and it will come down to this flag. It's Cam Echoes Looper with the grab.
Holding, number 71, offense. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Big Calvin Ashley right there. You can't sling the guy down like that. Okay, you got 71 right here. And again, you see DeAndre Johnson straight drop back pass. This notices a game coming, and you just kind of get hooked around the collar right there. You see Calvin Ashley right there get called for the hold on the redirect. But what you like to see right here is DeAndre Johnson keeping his eyes downfield, not immediately running the football.
To your right, 22 action next trailer circus and work. Go.
Coach Riley wishes those penalties were a little bit less than that.
Penalty was top of mind for Mike Riley. Thought they had too many flags a week ago. Here goes Johnson on another scramble, and he will go out of bounds. But this offensive line for the Generals, if they're going to make a championship caliber run, you feel like it will start with that group. They got good running backs. They got Johnson as the 2-minute warning winds down, but all of them up front, over 300 pounds. They are big right up there in the front. And I'll tell you what, this defensive line of the Stars, they don't have a ton of size. You think that could play advantage in this game. 2-minute warning, 2nd and 16 on the other side. Philly leads by 2. And coming up on the Arby's halftime show, you got head coach interviews with both sides, plays of the half, and the USFL Wired Up. Always one of my favorite moments of the weekend. Get all the sounds of this first half.
Yes, the players wired up, Jack. It is the highlight of my weekend as well, man. Guys get jacked up, man, and to hear guys excited about football, and it's May. It's something to be excited about, man. I love it.
You see Sewell there, he's got the red tinted visor.
Oh, that's
dope. You don't see that often.
No, you do not.
He's got that red tint. He's been playing like a guy with red tint in his visor, too.
Yes, he has. Sure tackler, guy that plays downhill.
Ready, go.
Here's Johnson. great protection, has a receiver. It's caught on the outside by Alonzo Moore. It's going to set up a 3rd and doable here and get them into field goal range. Stanford Samuels who made the stop.
Good route by Alonzo Moore. A great throw by DeAndre Johnson. Most General fans remember Alonzo Moore from last season. Had 2 touchdowns in the second matchup of these 2 teams last season.
Johnson trying to hit a quick out. Gets up towards the sideline to Braden Bowman, but Ladarius Wiley was in perfect position and swatted that one down.
Yeah, that's a great play by Ladarius Wiley right there. Again, one-on-one with Braden Bowman, the tight end. Ball a little bit behind Bowman on that play. I know DeAndre wishes he had that play back. But Ladarius Wiley had some issues last week in run fits and in coverage. Comes up with a great play.
Here is Nick Skiba from 50. His longest attempt. He is perfect on the year, 4 for 4. He will stay perfect. He drills it.
Skiba.
What a find. You see how proud Coach is?
He's excited about that.
He's so proud. He talked about his holder. He talked about his long snapper. And you better believe he talked about Skiba. His career at Wake Forest, found him at a kicking camp.
There you go. There you go.
That's where the pride comes from Mike Riley.
Again, when you have a kicker that you can be sure about, makes it a little easier to manage the game and call plays offensively.
Don't you feel like special teams in the second season has been even better? Like there were struggles with that season number 1. They're finding some kickers now.
Absolutely. And then they took the technology out of the ball a little bit that had some issues. So I think that all helped.
Yeah, was that chip in the football?
Yeah.
We had the chip controversy.
Exactly.
Was that after like week 2 last year?
Kickers were a little upset. Quarterbacks were a little upset. But credit to the league, credit to the USFL and Daryl Johnston and everybody involved. They made the adjustments, and now the game is better because of it.
I do like how they really do listen. They listen and they implement fast. There's not something that it doesn't linger for 6 weeks.
No.
It's fixed in about 6 minutes.
And those are my favorite types of coaches as well, right? We come off the sideline. When we come off the field, we go to the sideline. I'm like, Coach, that isolation play won't work, man. That linebacker's hurting my neck, man. Do something else. And oftentimes play callers change it up.
So Skiba, after he hit from deep, will send it deep. This is a wobbly kick heading towards the sideline. So just when I was talking him up, he can't believe he just kicked one out of bounds, and he did. Sorry about that, Nick. We're pushing and shoving. The rivalry here continues.
Absolutely.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. By rule, the ball be placed at the 50-yard line. First down.
So Case Cookus on that opening script, he was perfect. 4 for 4 to begin the game. And since, it's been a different story.
Yeah, it has been a different story. But it's not like, you know, this Philadelphia Stars offense and Case Cookus and Bart Andrews, it's not like they aren't trying. They have some guys on the other side of the football with the New Jersey Generals defense. They get paid too. And they're providing a formidable foe today.
From the 50-yard line, Cookus, screen game, Matthew Colburn sneaking behind the defense. Now Colburn makes one man miss, gets it there to the 44. Paris Ford who made the tackle.
It's a great play by Paris Ford. When this play first happened, I thought this play might have been out of the gate. Matt Colburn with his offensive line in front of him. See the safety, Paris Ford, make a good tackle.
On the ball, quick snap, outside to Jordan Sewell. DJ Daniel shoved him out.
DJ Daniel, probably the top man corner for this Generals defense. Good eyes right there. Staying in zone.
Timeout. Philadelphia, their second of the half. 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 47 seconds. 47,
30-second
please.
timeout, 46 seconds. We got one timeout. You can still go to the middle.
Coach, let's go get his ass, Coach. What do you think of people one guard?
Lex?
Okay, Jeff, I see you.
Here go Lex Classy, or Rex Classy, Lizzie, stick switch on one, right? Hey, slant. Hey, tough. Hey, you good?
The defense gets some time to sub, too.
Good. Good. 180. Field goal alert.
3rd and 3. Cookus has that slant. He was calling for it right before the snap. It's Jordan Sewell who goes inside the 30 with it. Askew Henry in coverage, who's getting worked on.
That was a good play design by Bart Andrews. Good throw by Case Cookus.
They're on the line and snapping it. This pace, I know that we're under 2 minutes, 2-minute drill here, but this pace, it may be the secret to the rest of the second half as well. This is the most disoriented we have seen the Generals look defensively.
Snap. Timeout, New Jersey. Their 3rd and final of the half. 30-second timeout.
You know, Jack, we talked to Cookus earlier this week. He talked about the 2-minute being his favorite kind of part of the game, where he controls the calls at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they can get the ball in the end zone. They're getting back to the red zone again, where they've had some issues throughout the day.
Here we go. Hey, on two. Rex, Trey, Rip, Hank, Cook, on two, right?
On two. Seems like they're gonna use a little cadence, see if they can steal some yards here.
Yo. Hey, Pepper. Pepper. 180. Where's that? Done.
Cookus has time, and Cookus hopped this one, but there's penalty markers flying from every direction. They're saying that Jordan Sewell was held, and it appears that's going to be the call. Cookus is already in celebration mode.
Yeah, a little holding call on Javon Askew Henry right there.
Pass interference, number 7, defense. The ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic, first down.
Got it right there. See the hole, the PI as the ball is coming in there. Can't do that. As you could hear, Case Cookus telling the referees, oh, that's a hole. You got to call that one. Kind of egging them on, helping them out with the call.
And then he told Askew Henry, hey, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Go.
Oh, man. It's a lot of voices, a lot of talking that goes on before the snap.
The penalties continue to be an issue for the Generals. Cookus has to escape. Here he goes on the run. He does look healthy the way he's running. It's good to see him moving like that again, as he has a nice pickup here, and more importantly, steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
Now, to that point, Jack, you talk about Case Cookus starting to look a little healthier. He's moving a little bit more. That's kind of needed for this offense to force the defense to contract a little bit, but we cannot forget he broke his leg last year, and as this season goes on, you see him gaining more confidence.
Hurry!
Go. 180. Rotate.
Cookus looking for the end zone. Look at this throw. It's a perfect throw, and it is caught for the touchdown by Corey Coleman. What a dime that was. DJ Daniel there in coverage. There's nothing you can cover about that throw. Cookus put him on.
Wow. What a throw. What a catch from Corey Coleman right there. Let's see if he has his feet all the way in as he stretched. There's one there.
Ruling of a complete catch and a touchdown.
I don't know what happens
review.
there. Wow. Does he drag that right foot? Do we see some pellets come up?
Oh, that right foot is levitating, isn't it?
Very close.
I think he gets that right toe. This is Roger's shot, the mid-50.
Man, what a shot that is.
Great job by the camera guys.
Let's go to the Rocket Mortgage Replay Center. Mike Carrera.
Boy, I'll tell you, run those back, Travis, please. Okay, we're going to focus just on the right foot. We've got the low-level broadcast shot now. We want to see the foot to see if it touches. I think if the toe would have touched at all, we'd have seen the foot flex a little bit. No pellets, as Mike Robb said on the air. He was looking for pellets. I don't see pellets. We're going to reverse this to incomplete pass. He doesn't get that right toe down. So we're gonna go incomplete pass, which means we're gonna reset the ball as incomplete. Yardage, please, everybody.
After further review, the pass was incomplete. Will be third down at the 20.5-yard line.
On here.
The clock will start on the snap.
Tell the back to help.
Wow, what a turn of events, Jack.
Let's go.
The Stars offense finally gets into the end zone, finally finds some type of vertical success. Corey Coleman just didn't quite get his right foot down.
See if they can do it again. 3rd and 5. Cookus pressured by Johnson. Flushed. Now he wants to run with it. And wisely steps out of bounds, but that will set up a 4th down. They want to take the 3 and get out of Dodge. It appears that will be the strategy.
Yeah, but sometimes when you get calls like that, sometimes it can be deflating for an offense. The leaders on this team, when they go into halftime, they have to remind this entire team, especially offensively, we found some success. Let's get back to that in the second half.
Aguilar, his career high is 4 field goals in a game, 3 for 3 so far. He can give Philly the lead heading into the break. He's good.
Another good kick right there for Aguilar. Let's take a look back at this catch by Corey Coleman. Again, it was a catch, it just wasn't in bounds. I'm going to see him at the top left of your screen right there. Great catch. That right foot kind of hovered over the turf for a second, and he just didn't get it down. Right there, let's see that right foot. Right there. Didn't get it down. Touchdown off the board for this Stars offense.
It's wild how those pellets are making the call these days.
Hey, man.
The pellets
yes,
made the
they
call.
are, but it's the truth. It's some of the things when you're a player and you're out there and you're trying to determine, you're looking for the pellets. You're trying to see if you caught the football as well. I know Corey Coleman wishes he could have just put his foot down and gotten it in. Wow.
And that was some throw by Case Cookus to give him that space too.
Especially
just couldn't pay it all.
With all of the hits Case Cookus has taken in this first half.
Pretty amazing. They find themselves up 2 with 11 seconds to play in this first half. Opportunity for Marcus Green, though. And Green is stopped at the 30.
Okay, Jordan Sewell on the tackle. You don't see wide receivers making tackles that much. It's a good play. See him running down, swooping down, getting his helmet out of the play and being a sure tackler. This is wide receiver on wide receiver crime right here, Jack. You don't see that much. It's a big time play by Jordan Sewell.
Sewell had a couple touchdowns in the USFL championship game. Led Philly in receiving a season ago. 6'6" receiver on special teams.
Yeah, he's big.
Ready, go.
Johnson gives it Vito up the middle, and that will take us to halftime.
Yeah, I know the Stars defense are like, man, you're going to make us tackle right before the half.
See if Darius Victor can get going in the second half. He was really stopped up by that fumble.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it was Trey Williams coming into the game. 2-point Philly lead at halftime.
Time now for first half highlights, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Ready or not, here we come.
Let's go now, let's go.
Like a wild
let's get it. Yes, sir.
We made it from the ground up. We are built for this.
Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
Well, the headliners of that first half has been the pass rush, defenses, and special teams. This is what the numbers look like coming out of it. The rush yards, it was really about the quarterback and DeAndre Johnson. The side of the Generals, and actually for Philly as well with Case Cookus and the total yards. You see where that's going. Time of possession to the Stars, and they lead on the scoreboard as well. Zora caught up with Jersey head coach and Mike Riley.
Coach, what did you think of that 50-yard field goal towards the end of the half for your team?
Well, it's been an interesting game that way, hasn't it? I mean, teams have had some good field position, haven't capitalized. The field goal kickers have done a nice job.
What does your team need to do to ensure that you end this one out on top?
Well, I think that we have to take care of the football for the whole time, and then we've got to sustain some stuff. We've been very sporadic, so we've got to play some offense where we keep the football, move the ball, and have a good mixture of things that we do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Zora, sustain some drives is top of mind for Coach Riley. That's kind of been their game, really, trying to get back to it. Philly was able to control that clock pretty well in the first half.
Absolutely. You look at this Generals offense, again, they can run the football, but they do struggle sometimes in their straight drop back passing. They can kind of get DeAndre Johnson on the edges of this Stars defense. Hopefully they can get some more explosives outside.
Warren Newman, who fields the kick. And Newman is brought down from behind, so this great special teams play continues, and it is Sewell again. He's putting together a highlight tape on special teams.
Yes, he is. Go get it, young man. Jordan Sewell, we talk about him being a 6'6" guy. Look at how big he is running down there. And again, when he puts hands on you, you go down. It's a good play. You can see him getting loved up by his teammates on the Star sideline. Jack, I was told a long time ago in this game, the more you can do, the more you give yourself an opportunity to stick around.
Defending speed with speed. Johnson swings it. Here's Darius Victor. He had the fumble in the first half, trying to get himself going as a penalty marker flies.
It's good to see this Stars defense rally to the football. Especially because last week they didn't do it quite well.
Illegal block in the back. Number 88, offense. 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's Woody Brandom.
Woody Brandom right there. A true wide tight end, an inline blocking type of a tight end. But part of this New Jersey Generals rushing attack includes this multiple tight ends on the field at the same time, forcing base defenses and then passing out of those multiple tight end sets.
First and 20. Johnson across the middle. Alonzo Moore. Alonzo Moore is upended. That's Mozzie Wilkins who got him on the ground.
Yeah, you got Mozzie Wilkins with the tackle. But just continue to look at the protection from this New Jersey Generals offense. You see this nice pocket for DeAndre Johnson. Right tackle doing a great job of pushing the pass rushers past DeAndre Johnson. And this is growth from DeAndre Johnson. Oftentimes in plays like this, on plays like that, Jack, he would take off. He got to his third read and made a good throw.
Johnson throwing again down the seam. What a catch that was. It's made by Woody Brandom, his first catch of the season. It's a great one.
Woody Brandom, he's like, who are you calling just a wide tight end, real Mike Robb? I can catch the football too, as you can see this little quick fake with a seam route. One-handed catch. And talk about it, young man. That's what I like. Look at the extension. Ball kind of stuck to him. It's a good job protecting the quarterback from a tipping over.
That gets them out of the hole that they were digging for themselves offensively. Now they give it to Victor. He lost the football. Ball's out and scooped up by the Stars to the 20. So this defense is turning the ball over. Jordan Scott had the ball, and Darius Victor has a couple fumbles now.
It's a fumble recovered by the defense.
Third fumble in 2 weeks between Darius Victor and DeAndre Johnson, and I get it. I've been there. You're a taller quarterback. You may be dealing with we talked about a leveraged runner. and Darius Victor, and sometimes, oh, that ball looked like it was right in the pocket. You see Victor upset. I think he is saying that he got the ball a little too high on his shoulder pads. But to me, that's just a height difference, right? You got the quarterback a little taller when he turns out to get the quarterback to the running back. It's just too tall for Darius Victor.
Handoff up the middle here. Dexter Williams, good hard running from Williams before Hines made the tackle. And he called it the F word, and I paused for a second. I said, which one? He said, fumbles. Fumbles is what we have to stop, talking about Victor. And that has not stopped yet. He's fired up over there.
Yes, he is, because in the running back meeting room, this is on us, Jack. Our running back coach, he doesn't care that, oh, I'm a leveraged runner and maybe I got the ball high on my shoulder pads. You had it, and you allowed the ball to get popped out.
Handed off again, and Dexter Williams starting to lower his shoulder, and he picks up a first down. So he's given life to that run game. Hines and Orr combined to make the stop at linebacker.
Yeah, you got Dexter Williams. He's more of the hammer for this Philadelphia Stars offense. But it looks like this Generals defense is having some issues, what we call, you know, quick change, right? You got a quick turnover or something happens in the game and you have to run back out there. And now they're giving up some yards in the run game.
There's Dexter again, and Dexter not quite as much space this time. And I went to college with Dexter Williams at Notre Dame. He's a big smile, happy personality. He's actually one of everybody's favorites on the football team when he was there. And he actually went to the Green Bay Packers for a while. Played in 7 games there with Green Bay, 2019, 2020, and you see some of the pop he can bring to a ground game.
Yeah, he runs well behind his pads, Jack. Oftentimes you don't see this kid get hit backwards. He always falls forward, and I like his knee drive.
Cookus going to try to scramble, and Cookus just takes it maybe a yard inside the 10 to the 9, just fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage. It was Toby Johnson and Kenneth Randall making the tackle.
There's that guy Toby Johnson again, but you see Case looking downfield, understanding he doesn't have as much time to go through his reads. He may not be able to get to that third read. Looks 1-2, fills some space, pulls it down and gets a couple of yards.
Third and goal from the 9. Cookus towards the end zone, put it up top for his tall wide receiver in Overton, who had an opportunity to catch that one, but it's DJ Daniel who's on the spot to hit him and knock that ball loose.
What a play by DJ Daniel right there. You'll see Overton right there. But look at this play by the cornerback, DJ Daniel. It gets flipped and turned around, locates the receiver, and attacks the receiver's hands. You see that? He didn't see the football, but he understood where the ball was because the receiver's hands went up, and he went and made a play.
Luis Aguilar has been on the money, and he keeps it right there. His first 5 field goal game out of Northern Arizona, making his college quarterback proud. So the fumble on the exchange with Darius Victor sets up 3 more points for the Philadelphia Stars, and now Darius Victor's out there on the kickoff return team. He will be the wedge man. Warren Newman back deep to receive, and Trey Williams back there as well.
Yep. You might want to watch Darius Victor on this play. I'm sure he's going to let off some steam on this block. We'll see.
And rightfully so. It's going to be a squib kick. And at the 21-yard line, it goes through the legs of Newman. Now he scoops it up. Has some space. Penalty marker flies as he crosses the 30.
Like there's a penalty on the play.
During the return, holding, number 5, receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
Again, you look at Darius Victor, 3 fumbles in the last 2 games. This play right here, this is just him switching the ball to his left arm, and in the middle of doing that, he's encountering some contact. Again, right here, when we saw the replay, it didn't look like a bad handoff. Just looked like maybe Darius was looking at the defense and not worried about the handoff. You see a little frustration right there. And DeAndre and both of these guys trying to get it without Darius, understanding that ultimately is the running back's issue. Gotta hold on to the football.
This is Johnson trying to gain the edge. That was Joe Alfieri who was chasing him to the boundary. New Jersey, they have 7 fumbles lost now, most in the USFL.
Alfieri right here playing over the top. One-on-one with DeAndre Johnson. Even fooled our camera guy right there. But this is a very scary situation for most linebackers, being one-on-one with a guy like DeAndre Johnson. Alfieri took him to the ground.
Ready, go!
Johnson to the outside, and that throw just a little low and away. Falls incomplete. Alonzo Moore diving for it. Couldn't get a hand on it. Stanford Samuels was covering.
In the first couple of weeks of the season, you saw this New Jersey Generals passing game kind of be more like bootlegs, right? Sprint outs, getting DeAndre Johnson on the edge of a defense, allowing him to read top to bottom, with the fourth decision being his legs, being him able to run the football. The last couple of weeks has been a lot more straight drop back passing, trying to get explosives on the outside.
New Jersey 0 for 4 on 3rd down, trying to get on the board, and they're able to. Outside is Jamon Moore. Moore caught it, turned it upfield, picked up that 1st down.
Again, Jamon Moore with a good route. Just a nice little hitch route up, a nice little curl route up top. Pushes the defender off, snaps it off.
An injured offensive player.
Gives the quarterback his numbers. DeAndre throws a strike. Oh, wow, and he takes a little bit of a hit.
He is still down on the field, shaken up.
Play as well.
Media timeout.
And that is huge. We'll take a break as they check on DeAndre Johnson. Get ready for more USFL action. Pittsburgh Maulers squaring up against the Memphis Showboats. USFL Saturday, 12:30 Eastern on USA and Peacock. They're the streets of Memphis. And after that hit on DeAndre Johnson, he made his way to the sideline, and Kyle Lauletta checks in for him. That's what occurred.
Yeah, you're just trying to see what happened to DeAndre. Looked like, as you watch him on the sideline, maybe something in his eye or something like that, but he looks like he's ready to go back into the game. And if he was really, really out for some time, that would totally change the dynamics offensively for the New Jersey Generals.
Lauletta, he began last year with Pittsburgh. 2 starts for them, then he was released and signed by Jersey. Good pass from Lauletta here. And Vito, Darius Victor fights for the 1st down and has it. Interesting to see if they'll leave him in after that throw.
It's good to see Darius Victor get the ball back in his hands. He bragged to us this week about not allowing one guy to bring him down.
So those were the numbers. 2 with Pitt, 2 with New Jersey. Not a lot doing. First throw looked pretty darn good, though.
Yeah, sure did. Kyle Lauletta out of University of Richmond. Drafted to the Giants. Getting another opportunity.
Fake it to Victor, outside, caught again. Alonzo Moore breaks free, and Alonzo Moore inside the 30 after he broke a tackle. That's Ladarius Wiley who finally gets him on the ground.
It's a good route and run by Alonzo Moore right here. Just gonna see him do a little slant route. Once he gets in there, catches it, runs through contact, and holds on to the football. Almost lost it. Stars sent the blitz, got a hit by Mozzie Wilkins on Kyle Lauletta, who delivers a strike.
Lauletta 2 for 2, one's 3 for 3. This is tipped up in the air though, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mozzie Wilkins. So after a great start for Lauletta, a tipped ball and a pick.
What a play by Amani Dennis. You look at how he broke on this route. Just being a playmaker, ball pops up in the air. Mozzie Wilkins like, oh, that's mine. We'll be back, guys. We got a game.
One black butterfly. I love you, mama. Yeah. Hey, shout out to my dog. He caused it. We both eat. He caused it. We both eat. Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Amani Dennis driving on this football. But if you watch Kyle Lauletta, ball got to come out now. Ball has to come out now. He's a little late. And again, he's not the starter. He's getting in there now. And when you're late with the football in the middle of the field and it's tipped up in the air, in this league, it will be picked almost every single time. You see Kyle Lauletta there wishing he had that pass back. It was open. He was just a little late.
I can't think of a more aggressive secondary, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Think
they get after
Dennis,
it.
Channing Stribling, season #1, him taking the football away. That's the first interception by a New Jersey quarterback of the entire season. Colburn gets the ball, and Colburn gets it to the 30. Kenneth Randall, another tackle for him.
It was a good job by Kenneth Randall, but who made the play was Colin Hill, 55, just setting the edge right there. There was no place for Matt Colburn to run the football. You see Colin pretty excited right there. He's had a really good game. Knocked down a couple passes, got after the quarterback, and he's held up in the run game.
Here we go. 180.
Cookus, slant route, caught, big hit put on, doesn't matter. Jordan Sewell held on to the football, though he is shaken up at the conclusion. It's Paris Ford that just stonewalled him right there at the 39.
I've been there before, Jack. Catching a pass, you're catching a slant. You're not expecting to encounter any type of contact. You see a little slant route right here. Open up that window, boom. And your body is going downfield, and then a force makes it go the other way. It can hurt when you're getting tackled like this. Oh, big hit. Paris Ford showing some aggression.
So we'll check on Jordan Sewell, take a quick break. Philly leads by 5. Well, it's really good to see Sewell at least make his way halfway back up to his feet here. They definitely have been taking their time with this, and Sewell has been great on the field for them today. Special teams guy has been their superstar, covering kicks and setting the Generals up with really bad field position. And he is a key wide receiver for that group, too. 2 touchdowns he had in the USFL championship game a season ago. It just took a big shot after catching this slant.
Yeah, he's the big combat catcher for the Philadelphia Stars. You see him make this play right here. And again, your awareness, you're not expecting to get hit at this juncture. And you just see him getting caught in a weird position. It's a big hit by Paris Ford. You hope Jordan Sewell is okay. Wow.
Good.
So that catch by Sewell does give him the first down. Empty set for Cookus. Outside to his running back in Colburn. Colburn attacks Chris Orr for a couple extra yards.
And again, this is one of those play concepts where Bart Andrews is trying to get the ball out of Case Cookus' hands to help this offensive line out, but also put the ball in Matt Colburn's hands, who's a playmaker in space with some blockers in front of him.
Good. 180.
Second and 5. Cookus, he's been getting that ball out of his hands quickly and finding success as he does it. DeAndre Overton made the grab. Chris Orr made the stop. And Overton, a guy that shared that wide receiver room at Clemson with Mike Williams, Hunter Renfro, T. Higgins. Pretty talented group.
Just a little stick route right here by DeAndre Overton. Again, This defense is not going to give up the big play. So what do you have to do? You have to find the zones, find the open zones, and just take what the defense gives you. Never go broke taking a profit.
We had movement, no flags, no whistles, and the snap. Colburn plowing forward. Give him 2, maybe 3.
It's a good run by Matt Colburn. There wasn't much there, but you had all 6 defenders in the box for the New Jersey Generals at the line of scrimmage. When it's like that, all there's needed, you see all these guys around the box, all that's needed is a little crease to get them through. Couldn't quite get through there this time. As the Generals shed blockers. Saw big 97 Tyrone Truesdale there making the tackle.
His football coming out of his hands in an instant, the entirety of this drive. It's DJ Daniel over there making the stop.
Now the hope for this Stars offense is that the Generals defense have some anxiety, gets upset about all these hitches and short routes that are being caught, and they start to inch up a little bit. Then you call the pass plays down the field over their heads.
Quick snap, give it to Colburn, and Colburn is going to get close, and he's going to have that first down.
It's a good tackle by DeJuan Hines right there.
You're good. Hey, you're good.
It was a good run by Matt Colburn, a guy that can find the small spaces in this run offense from the Philadelphia Stars. We talked about him running powerfully behind his pads. Pushes the pile and gets a couple.
And Cookus was saying, I was going to pull that, but instead it was Colburn that clamped down and got the first down himself. Cookus fires, caught again. They're working these quick completions. It's his tight end, Pro Wells. Paris Ford made the tackle, and Pro Wells was a little hobbled as he got back to his feet.
And again, you like to see this out of Case, right? This drive, he hadn't been hit too much. He's getting the ball out of his hands. See Jordan Sewell right there, one of those awesome playmakers on the outside for the Philadelphia Stars. They're going to miss him, not just offensively. We talked earlier. He's a force on special teams as well.
2nd and 6, pressure look. They run directly into the blitz, and that won't help you. It's going to set up a 3rd down in the same distance. Toby Johnson and company.
How many times have we said this guy's name today? And not just because he's the biggest player on the field. Right there, he's usually in the middle of everything. Just watch him just work C.J. Perez. I mean, Perez is really locked up really well, has a good block on him, but he just plays off of the block. And that's an arm tackle, Jack. But Toby Johnson's arm looked like one of our legs, so it's hard to run through.
Here's Cookus as this pass is deflected up into the air. Ball's incomplete. Colin Hill got a hand up mid-rush.
Colin Hill's having a game. He's excited. I don't know what was in his cup this morning, but he is excited. He is causing disruption in the backfield, and he is not allowing quick passes to go his way. Another time he gets his hands up. Ted Cottrell and this defense, they're doing all they can for the New Jersey Generals to win this game.
Well, if you like watching field goals, pull up a chair. We have the perfect game for you. Look at those numbers on the day. Could he hit number 6? Luis Aguilar. Oh my goodness.
It's right there.
This guy's agent's going to be busy. They got an 8-point lead. Luis Aguilar. Northern Arizona quarterback, Northern Arizona kicker. Whatever it is, it's working. That's a USFL record, 6 of them. Picking the horse.
Okay.
Successfully. And also shout out Dale Earnhardt Jr., my guy Dale. He picked Mage as well.
Dale.
Long shot. Winner.
That's
pretty
pretty
sweet.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. What was it? What you say? Stanley the Stallion?
Stanley the Stallion, yeah, the mascot down there in Birmingham.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
They took a shot of him, and he had written down, because he can't talk, right? That's the mascot thing. So he had written on a white piece of paper, Mage was his pick.
That's awesome.
Yeah. People don't forget. Here's Newman on the return, out to the 39-yard line. Let's check in on the sidelines with Zora.
Jack, on that last New Jersey offensive possession, DeAndre Johnson was not out on the field. He said he got hit in the face and in the eye with some of those turf beads. They'll get you, I'll tell you. His eye was a little red. He cleaned out his helmet and said he would be good to go for the next drive, but don't see him out there just yet.
Well, Zora, these turf pellets, they've been the story of the game. It was the touchdown that was brought back because of the pellets, and now you have the pellets in the eye of the quarterback, and it's going to keep Kyle Lauletta in this football game.
Blue waiting. Ready, go.
Lauletta for his tight end, and it's caught again. Working the sideline is Braden Bowman. Taking it inside Stars territory. That's Sewell that shoved him out.
Yeah, that's Braden Bowman. The guy who Coach Riley told us a couple of weeks ago, you're going to see him just do a little sail route right here. A guy that he told us a couple of weeks ago is great at the top of his routes, creating separation, especially on linebackers, as you see right there. And they actually designed plays for Braden Bowman so that he can eat in the passing game.
Lauletta hands it off to Trey Williams. Williams has some speed, gains the edge, nice spin move, and another first down. Good having him back.
Yes, it is. He's excited. He's pumped up. I think we got another guy down. New Jersey, for the Philadelphia Stars.
Samuels, Stanford Samuels.
Stanford Samuels. Look back at this Trey Williams run. Again, just a little read option, but he gets back to where he entered, which a lot of running backs can't do that. Gets past the linebackers, gets to the second level, and spins his way to almost a first down. You see where Samuels got injured right there. Looks to be okay walking himself off the field. Let's hope he can get himself back on the field.
When Stanford, he played at Florida State. And you have to like what the Stars have done defensively. What we were talking about all week long was the missed tackles, and they really had a bad game on the defensive side of the ball. Last week against Houston, that's what it was today. A whole lot prettier.
Night and day. And really, Jack, when you saw this team on film the last couple of weeks, they had everything to do with effort and assignments for this Philadelphia Stars defense. Today, they've been on it.
Trey Williams didn't like what he saw at first, but he does like the edge, and here he goes. Wide receivers out there setting blocks for him. And Alonzo Moore tried to peel back, and it's a first down once again. This Trey Williams, he didn't play the first two games with an ankle, but he is back and letting them know. Let's take us to the end of the third quarter. We'll take it to the other side. The Generals on the drive find themselves down 8 points. Those fumbles were big, and Trey Williams comes in as the backup, getting them going. This is the first red zone trip of the day for the New Jersey offense, and teams are 10 for 10 against Philly in this area. As you get down around the red area, and it appears they're going to stay with Kyle Lauletta, although DeAndre Johnson has his helmet over there on his head, and he looks ticked that he's not in the game. Lauletta gives. Trey Williams has the football, and about 3 yards were there for him to get before Rodriguez made the stop. You like this decision at quarterback?
Well, you know, I'm conflicted because, yes, this game has turned into more of a straight drop-back game for the New Jersey Generals, and Kyle Lauletta is better in that area. But now they're in the red zone, right? And when you have a quarterback who can threaten the defense running the football, it forces 11-on-11 football. So, to me, DeAndre Johnson's better in this area. So we'll see what happens.
Here's Trey Williams. Hole was not there initially. Bounced it to the outside. Nothing there as well. He'll just lose yardage. It's Evan Worthington in the backfield for the tackle for loss.
You got Evan Worthington right there just rallying to the tackle. But again, you're going to see the inside zone here, and you're going to see the quarterback come out here. When if this was DeAndre Johnson, a lot of attention would be here. But it's not. And so the defense goes with the runner. See how Kyle just runs out there with nobody else there. And this Stars defense does a great job stringing Trey Williams to the outside and then rallying to make the tackle. This defense has come out in the second half with some renewed sense of urgency.
Play clock is winding down. Get the snap off just in time, but a big hit right across the middle. Darius Wiley stuck him. Stopped him on the spot. It'll be right there at the 10-yard line. Newman had the grab. 4th down upcoming, and here comes the field goal unit.
Again, without a mover at the quarterback position, this defense, when they know it's a straight drop back pass, they can just guard the goal line and play downhill. You see Ladarius Wiley right there coming down with some attitude right there and creating a highly excitable play for this defense, getting the entire sideline pumped up.
Here's Nick Skiba. 28-yard attempt. And Skiba has it right down the middle. So the lead now is 5. A game of field goals. 18-13. They no longer need the 2-point conversion, just need the touchdown now in New Jersey.
First Mother's Day, Talia. And happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Shout out to the newest mother, Blair. You're amazing. Happy Mother's Day to my mom, my son's mother, and all the mothers across the world.
My mama Patricia, my mama Deidre, my mama Hazel, my mama Nanny, my mama Granny. I love all y'all.
How cool is that?
That was really cool, man.
Happy Mother's Day. All these moms in attendance.
Happy
as well.
Mother's Day, Mom.
Detroit, Michigan. Philly with the lead. The most combined field goals in a game since relaunch. 8 of them, 8 for 8. The field goal kickers are. 2 of them were for 50+.
Got about 13 minutes left in the game, so
we could play add-on.
Yes, we could.
Return from Terry Wright. He's been very good in the return game. He throttles down across the 50 and gets it to the 40. Some of the biggest plays of the entire game have come on kickoff return. That was Skiba who finally made the stop, and now Terry Wright comes up with a limp.
It's a good job by Terry Wright right there. Again, just trusting his speed. Catching the ball going forward. That's exactly what you want. And you just want to run with speed and trust the blocking, because there's really only about a 10 to 15 yard zone of a combat zone. You break through that, there's green grass on the other end.
Give it to Dexter Williams, and Williams has 3 yards. And really, Skiba might have saved the touchdown, though, with that tackle. There was nobody behind them. Chris Orr made the tackle on the first down carry.
Yes, he did. But again, looking at this Stars offense, new left tackle Antonio Garcia is in there today. Saw him on that play right there, doing a good job widening the hole and creating some space for Dexter Williams to operate in the run game.
Cookus, empty look. Cookus outside and just missed Devin Gray. Try to get it to him on the out route. Chris Orr was covering, a little outside.
Yeah, you see Case right there, start patting his chest. He knows that was on him. Wide receiver is wide open. Just got to settle down and make the throw. One of the few times today that Case Cookus had a clean pocket, and he knows that one's on him.
Watch that, stay back. Oh, who you take it? Take it, here we go. 180, where's it?
Blitz comes, Dexter Williams there to help pick it up to the outside. It's complete, cutting back up towards the line to gain is Devin Gray, and he may be about a yard short. It was Paris Ford who made the tackle to save that first down, and here's a decision.
4th down.
Field goal. Field goal.
There you go, Bart. I was hoping that he was going to make the right choice right there, just take the points. The team hadn't been great in the red zone all day. Take the points, put the pressure on the New Jersey Generals offense to force them to have to go down the field and score.
Can we go 9 for 9? Luis Aguilar, 6 field goals made. It's already a USFL record. kickers have been perfect, and Aguilar makes it look very easy from 49.
From 49. Luis Aguilar putting the points on the board today for the Philadelphia Stars. Ball is up. Luis Aguilar saying, talk to me. I talk back. More to come. We'll be back.
It is time now for the report brought to you by U.S. Bank. The Pittsburgh Maulers. The Maulers are starting to look very real. They knocked off Michigan yesterday 23-7. Destroyed their run game. Maulers defense 4 takeaways, improved to 2-3 on the season. Houston, they beat Birmingham in the nightcap 27-20. 3 touchdowns on the ground from Mark Thompson. He is a monster in the backfield. Gamblers, they've won 3 in a row. And after our game today, New Orleans, undefeated 4-0 record, into a matchup with the Memphis Showboats. Breakers running back Wes Hills run for 8 touchdowns over the last 3 games. He has been one of the superstars of season number 2.
Wes Hills has been an animal, right? He has been running the football with some authority. To DeAndre Johnson right there. Will we see him on this next drive for the New Jersey Generals? We'll see.
21 points usually means you have 3 touchdowns. We have quite the opposite. We have 7 field goals. 21-13, lead back to 8. Here's Trey Williams, the running back on the return. He is brought down at the 36. Just the all-state quarterback comparison. We've seen DeAndre Johnson. We've seen Lauletta as well come into the game. How do you see it?
Yeah, again, DeAndre Johnson, he was the guy that was here last season. He understands the offense, but you got to play a certain way with DeAndre Johnson in at the quarterback position. You got to move the pocket. You got to involve the quarterback run game. As you can see, he has 62 rushing yards. Kyle Lauletta, he's better in the straight drop back game. He can see the defense a little bit differently in the straight drop back game than a DeAndre Johnson. So it looks like Mike Riley is sticking with Kyle Lauletta because there's going to be some throwing coming up.
Lauletta, good pass here. Jamon Moore, and Jamon Moore is tackled quickly. Mozzie Wilkins, who is a great tackler, made the stop.
Yeah, Mozzie Wilkins is a great tackler, but we talk about the threats on the outside for the New Jersey Generals. You see Jamon Moore right there. Again, that's, you break that tackle, you possibly get 20 more yards on the gain, and that's what Coach Riley has been telling us every week that we speak to him. They need more wins on the outside, more speed on the outside to threaten the defense.
Lauletta fakes it to Victor, outside with a slant, and it is brought in. It's Alonzo Moore, got his hands underneath of it, and the chains are moving.
See Kyle Lauletta right there, just a little RPO. Stick the ball in the stomach of your runner, and then when you see the defense react, you throw a slant route behind that defense. It's a good play design by Coach Mike Riley. See Alonzo Moore right there going down to the turf, plucking that thing out of the turf. Jack, that's a pinky-to-pinky catch right there as the wide receiver takes in that pass.
You got movement before the snap here. Free runner. That was Tyler Clark in the backfield.
Neutral zone infraction, number 92, defense, unabated to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, Tyler must have thought he saw something. You see him right, he's already leaning a little bit. You can tell he wants to go. Sometimes those defensive linemen, they hear some things, they get them to go. There's so much weight on those fingers, those little fingers they have up front. And when they get going, 300 pounds gets going forward, sometimes it's hard to stop.
For Kyle Lauletta, his only non-completion was that interception he threw on the deflected pass. You pointed out he was a little late over there. But other than that, he's been perfect. Hands it to Victor this time, and Victor finally has some space to run. He's going to be a yard short of that first down.
Now again, you see, again, these are 2 different styles and different types of quarterbacks with Kyle Lauletta and DeAndre Johnson. But you can run the same offense. That was just an inside zone to Darius Victor right there. When you have Kyle Lauletta in the game, right, you throw an RPO on the backside. when you have DeAndre Johnson, that guy right there, when he's in the game, it's a read option and he carries out a fake. To the defense, it affects the defense the same way.
Valletta hands it off again. Victor has a hole up the middle. And Victor runs into a group of Stars defenders who bring him down inside the 35.
You can see my man Darius Victor and we call him Vito right there. You can see Darius takes a little hesitation to make sure he has the football. And as he enters the line of scrimmage, look at the power. Look at the defenders just kind of going off to the side. And he's not bending down to create leverage. Again, people say that's short. I call that leverage running.
Valletta held on to the football for a second. Now to the outside and working the sideline nicely is Jamon Moore. And Moore is going to be just short, about a yard short of that first down.
It's a good pass rush right there by the Philadelphia Stars. Trying to get a jump on this snap count. You see Adam Rodriguez and company just get the jump on the play. Get a hit on Kyle Lauletta right there. Kyle tried to pump it to the outside to move the defenders and create a throwing lane to Jamon Moore.
2nd and 1. Here goes Victor. And Victor with some great running. What'd they say? Said, one-on-one, that's my job. Coach Riley, my only job is to get Victor one-on-one. He was one-on-one there, and of course he wins.
Absolutely. And again, you talk about 11 guys blocking on a play. They miss right there. Calvin Ashley missed the right tackle. The right guard missed the defensive tackle. But when you have a guy like Darius Victor, a guy who never lets the first guy that he encounters brings him down. He told us this week it's a crime for the first guy that he encounters to bring him down. Have a guy like that, it makes it a lot easier to call plays.
Victor looking for revenge after those fumbles. Victor down to the 5. Good hard running.
Wow. Just look at this play. When there's no penetration from the defense and you allow Darius Victor to make that cut 7 yards in the backfield and get a full head of steam as he enters the line of scrimmage, you see all the defenders, they're not bringing arms to the tackle because that will hurt trying to tackle this guy. They're just bringing pads and forearms and shoulders to try to get a good lick on Darius Victor, trying to atone for those fumbles earlier today.
3 tight ends in the game, heavy formation, and Victor lost another one. The ball comes out. He coughed it straight up into the air, and who recovered it? There's a battle for it on the ground. Flags fly.
Ronnie Dennis.
Never seen something like this. He can't hang on to the ball. Wow. And who dove on it, pushing and shoving as they're all fighting for the recovery? Stars say we have it. What does the ref say?
Looks like Jamon Moore comes out of the pile with the ball, but did the refs already declare that the Stars had the ball first? There's Victor just not being able to keep his hands on the football, and when you put it on tape, the defense finds a way to attack the ball if they know you can't hold on to it or have some issues holding on to the ball. Good cut by Darius Victor initially. Ball popped out.
For pulling a player off the pile and number 80 with the shot on number 3, so they'll offset at the dead ball spot, and it'll be first down for the defense.
Ruling of fumble recovered by the defense stands. After the play was over, there are unsportsmanlike conduct fouls on both teams. Number 3, Philadelphia. Number 80, New Jersey. Those fouls offset. First down, timeout.
So 3 fumbles. 3 fumbles
that is the
for
first
the All-USFL. The
foul.
USFL Offensive Player of the Year in 2022 has coughed it up 3 times. Philly with the football. Wow.
There is Victor. Again, having some issues holding on to the football, not just today, had some issues last week as well. 3 times this USFL Player of the Year in 2022 put the ball on the ground. Upset with himself, trying to hold himself accountable. But Jack, I'm telling you, it is in his mind right now. I've been there before. The last thing you say to yourself when you break the huddle is, I'm holding on to this ball. I will not fumble. Oftentimes fumbles follow that.
And we got movement from the Stars offense.
Full start, number 88, offense. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
You know, because sometimes a coach will bring you out of the game. You have 1 fumble, sometimes that's enough to get pulled. Typically 2 fumbles, you are pulled. But they've been continuing to rotate him back into the game, and you saw him on the sideline being hard on himself. He literally said, I stink at football.
Yeah.
So to your point, it is starting to get mental. He certainly does not stink at football, but having a bad day. Colburn gets it, and Colburn able to get him off the shadow of that goalpost.
Let's go. Good job, guys.
Good run by Matt Colburn right there. Call that burrowing in the running back meeting room. You find a small crack right there, and you just burrow, and you get out of the shadows of your own end zone. See the defense right there squeezing on the play. Tyshawn Render, you got Toby Johnson in on the play.
See if the defense can bail out Victor. Doing a job so far. Hercules Mataafa making a tackle. It'll be 3rd down, and a big 3rd down coming up here for the Stars.
Yeah, this is make or break time for this New Jersey Generals team. And defensively, they got to find a way to get this offense back on the field with some decent field position. Really important 3rd down for this Ted Cottrell coach group.
4 for 13 on 3rd down so far, 3rd and 5.
We're good. 180. Rotate.
Cookus flushed on the roll. Eyes stay downfield. That throw just outside on him. He had Colburn, who was setting up his feet on the sideline if he could have hit him.
Yeah, I don't know if our viewers heard Chris Orr yelling out the play as the play was developing. They had some issues lining up defensively for the New Jersey Generals, but when they got lined up, all you heard was Chris Orr yelling, screen, screen. They got to where they needed to get to, rushed Case Cookus, and forced a 3 and out. It's a good play by this Generals defense.
Chris Orr is a force. Luis Aguilar will punt it to Warren Newman. And Warren Newman has some special speed, waiting to show it off. This time we'll call a fair catch, but that high punt settles there at the 44-yard line. So it'll be good field position with 4:06 pending this flag.
During the kick, holding, number 99, receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick, first down.
Tyshawn Render right there on the penalty. Again, defensive guys aren't used to blocking. Some of that cross training, you have limited rosters, have to show up.
And look at these standings in the North. So if Philly can get a win, everybody will be laced there at 2 and 3. 2 will be enough. 2 wins will be enough to be at the top of that North division.
That's why you got to love, at this point in the season, every division still open. You look at this North division, like you said, if the Stars pull it out, everybody at 2 and 3, it shows that everybody still has a chance to win the division and have some playoff success.
And still a long season left. The Stars right now would not have the tiebreaker, 0-2 in the North, trying to get their first division win. Valletta outside, caught by Alonzo Moore, and Moore gives himself up, but first he has that first down.
Yeah, it's very interesting that you see Mike Riley still sticking with Kyle Lauletta. Again, it just makes you wonder the thought process behind that. Obviously Kyle Lauletta is a better seer of the defense in the straight drop back game. But you got DeAndre Johnson right there. His legs threaten the defense. His legs threaten a different type, or force the defense to guard you a different type of way.
Handoff here. Trey Williams with a big hole. Breaks into the secondary. So with Darius Victor struggling, they go to Trey Williams, and he's giving them some answers before Cody Brown shoved him out.
Jake Lucina, Isaiah Battle, Cam Carter, this entire left side of this offensive line just doing work, moving people out of the way, blocking downfield by Jamon Moore. And Trey Williams finds a gap, and he's fast enough to get through, and before you know it, he's into the second level of your defense. Did a good job of getting out of bounds.
Kyle Lauletta firing through the arms of his wide receiver, tipped up into the air. Alonzo Moore had a chance for it. Pass was high, unable to hang on.
Yeah, pass was just a little high. I know Kyle is hitting himself like, man, I overthrew him. It's a great play design by Coach Riley. Manipulating the defense and allowing for some open guys on the second level.
And there's the leader of that secondary, Cody Brown, who's slow back up to his feet and making his way over to the sideline. And don't forget, you can vote for the USFL Players of the Week every Sunday night. USFL Twitter account is going to tweet out the poll featuring all the nominees: offensive, defensive, special teams Player of the Week, and then winners are announced every Tuesday. So we may still be looking for our Player of the Week here, although so far it's probably Luis Aguilar in the kicking game. Special teams looking like he may have a lock on that.
Absolutely. I tell you one thing, this New Jersey Generals offense is in a pretty precarious situation, right? You score too fast, you leave enough time for Case Cookers in this passing game to get back on the field. He'll scramble on you a little bit, talking about Case Cookers. So Mike Riley and this Kyle Lauletta-led offense, they have some things to think about.
Lauletta towards the sideline again, and that is brought in by Jamon Moore, who then gets out of bounds and will stop the clock. Amani Dennis over there covering him.
Kyle Lauletta working the sidelines. Again, showing the arm strength, showing the wherewithal to get the ball to the outside. Yep, 2 feet, taps down. There goes those rubber pellets again, Jack. We see them popping up so that we know he got both feet down. Amani Dennis on the coverage.
From the pistol, they give it to Williams. And Williams fighting for the first down. Did he get there? He was stopped up. You had Carson Taylor on the spot making the stop, and it is going to be 4th down. Didn't get it.
Great play right there by Carson Taylor on the edge of this defense. Getting through the backfield, fighting through the block of Woody Brandom, and making the play in the backfield.
This is the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. 4th and inches on the other side of it. It's an 8-point game. The Generals, they need a touchdown. They need a 2-point conversion. 2 to play in the 4th. So 4th and inches, and look who has checked back into the game with his 3 fumbles. It's Darius Victor at the running back spot. Pass game outside, Jamon Moore, and he has that first down. Gutsy play call.
Gutsy play call by Mike Riley. Right, lines up like you're going to run that inside zone play and trust Kyle Lauletta, the backup quarterback, to throw a screen to the outside. Again, that's what's going to get the screen right there. Gets the football and dives ahead for the first down.
Give it to Victor. Victor moving forward. See if he got 2 hands on the ball at the conclusion. Inside the 10, he goes. Going to be just a couple yards short of that first down. That was Adam Rodriguez who made the tackle.
Jack, I've been there. When you've had a game where you've had multiple fumbles, you've lost those fumbles as well, and you're behind, and you got an opportunity to make it right by scoring or, and not losing the game, this opportunity and this drive means everything to Darius Victor.
And Victor gets the ball again. Victor's met by 3 Philly defenders, and he's stopped on the spot. It's Cody Brown who checked back into the game, as well as Sewell.
They're not even covering Kyle Lauletta. If he were to just keep the football, he might walk in the end zone if they did that play again.
Trying to hear Coach Riley in crunch time. Did he turn that mic off?
Yeah, he might have turned the mic off, guys. I don't want them to hear my secret play.
Get strategic for 3rd and 1.
But honestly, what I was saying before they went to the timeout was, again, it's the inside zone running of Darius Victor and Trey Williams of this New Jersey Generals offense. And being this close to the end zone, if Kyle Lauletta, they're not even covering him when he's carrying out his fake. If he keeps it, I believe he'll walk in the end zone.
So on 4th and inches, he goes to the wide receiver screen. On 3rd and 1 with 56 seconds to play, down 8, what will be the play call? Darius Victor back into the game. Gives it to Victor. He's battling, and he has that first down. Move for the chains. There he goes.
Let me tell you something, Jack. Nobody was going to stop Darius Victor on that play. Did you see how he entered the line of scrimmage? He looked like a bull. Put his head down, got behind those pads, and meant he wasn't going to be denied.
1st and goal, and to your point, they do not want to give Case Cookus extra time. Victor with space. Victor to the goal line and stop right there at the half-yard line, maybe the edge-yard line. It's Gabe Sewell who stuck him.
New Jersey has 2 timeouts.
Defensive timeout.
Philadelphia. Their first of the half. 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 22 seconds. 22, please.
He's entering the line of scrimmage.
Thank you.
Sewell with the hit up top. Whoa. When you have thighs like Darius Victor, oftentimes you're going to get somebody hitting you low and somebody hitting you up top at the same time. The Stars defense bringing the wood here in the second half. Yeah, he's down at the 1/2 inch.
Talking about a game of inches. That was a game of an inch. I mean, he was right there. You go for 2, you score here. You go for 3 and try to just put it on ice.
I would go for 2.
I agree.
And get us into extra time.
And the coaches we've talked to have not been quite as high on the 3-point play. They just feel like it's a little too complicated.
Yeah, it is just a little bit.
And look at this formation. Now Lauletta comes under center. Looks like the Philadelphia Eagles. Now we have movement. Now the ball's on the ground. They blow it dead.
I believe Jordan Scott went across a little too early.
A lot of creativity, maybe too much creativity, that caused a little confusion.
5-yard penalty. I mean, excuse me, half the distance to go. I got it. Yeah. Prior to the snap, encroachment, nose guard defense, half the distance to the goal, 2nd down.
Yeah.
But again, that penalty right now, this close to the goal line, doesn't do much against the defense. See what Coach Riley and this offense has up in store on this 2nd and goal.
This formation has become very popular in the game of football. Here it is, the push from his tight ends to the goal line. There's a fight on both sides. It appeared like he got there. The refs, though, have not given the touchdown signal. The clock is at 13 seconds.
I think he's a little short, Jay.
Is he short? There's a pile of bodies.
It's tough to see the ball in a pile of bodies. Let's check it out right here. Let's see if Kyle is any part down.
Timeout. New Jersey.
Can't see the knee.
Their 2nd of the half. 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 15 seconds. 15 seconds, please. Now, the ruling on the field is that the runner was short of the goal line.
it looks like his body does get across. Did his right knee ever come down?
The ruling on the previous play is under further review.
Okay, let's look at all the shots here, Travis.
Watch his legs. Does that right knee ever touch? I don't think so.
Where is he? Go back so I can
He's
see
across
him.
that goal line right there.
I see the left
Is
leg.
that him there with
I'm
the
glad
ball?
this is the Rocket
No, that's
Mortgage
not him.
Replay Center making this
Back a
decision.
little
Good
bit.
luck, Mike
That's
Pereira.
80 I'm looking at.
They did call a timeout, yes. New Jersey.
And where is, I'm taking a look now. We got a lot to look at, so that's him, and he's on bodies, right? And that's the ball in his hand right there. And he's on top of bodies here. Okay, give me an overhead shot, please. Now we know the ball crosses. Let's just try to see his body. Back a little further. Okay. Any other shot? Knees are up. Knees are up there.
That's
Okay,
exactly right.
Looking at this one here. Knees are up. Okay, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. The knees are up, and we can see the ball in the end zone. We just couldn't see the knees originally, so we are going to reverse this and make it a touchdown.
All right, confirm that Mayday, and I'm giving New Jersey their timeout back.
That is correct. We're going to reset
After further
clock
review,
here,
the result
too,
of the
by the way.
play was a touchdown. New Jersey is
What
not
was the
charged with a
clock?
timeout. They still have 2 remaining.
It's the right call. It's the right call.
It is the right call. I think they got it right. Ball got across. Knees were not down. Do you go for 2 or 3?
You got to go for 2.
I go
Please
for
reset
2.
the game clock to 21 seconds. 21, please. And start it on the snap. Correction, it's a try. There will be no clock on this play. But please reset the clock to 21 seconds.
For New Jersey, this would be the first 2-point attempt of the season.
Thank you.
And so we know they're going for 2 because they're at the 2-yard line. If they were at the 10-yard line, that would be a 3-point attempt.
That's a hard play, though. You really almost have to be in desperation mode to take it from the 10. The odds on that, not extremely high.
Well, is it, though?
It's what the coaches have said
at the
to us.
10-yard line, you got a little bit more space to work with. At the 2-yard line, it's not a lot of space to work with. So
we'll find out. We saw one successful a season ago. The 2-point attempt to try to tie it up.
Blue lady, ready, go.
Play action. Lauletta takes his time, has his tight end, and in for the 2. It's Woody Brandom, who had 0 catches coming into the day, has a couple of them, and that one is massive.
Woody Brandom. And just as for all my football heads out there, oftentimes when you have a play action, right, this way, okay, and the quarterback follows the back, it's almost always a screen to the other side, as you're going to see right here. You see Kyle Lauletta, quick fake, starts to roll slightly towards where the play action fake went. And there's the oh shucks, that's what we like to say, screen or play for this New Jersey Generals offense. Big time 2-point play call and execution by this offense.
And how about Kyle Lauletta, who has not played, comes in for DeAndre Johnson in the game that he has led to get them back in it. Now tie it up with 21 seconds to play, and Woody Brandom, who has been a blocker, turns into a receiver and gets the 2.
Now, I think Coach Riley is going to create a few questions he's going to have to answer this upcoming week, because when you look at this New Jersey Generals offense, the passing game in the second half, once they put Kyle Lauletta in the game, it looked a little smoother. In the first half, when they were getting the run game going, it was because of the legs of DeAndre Johnson. I know Coach Riley's always telling us he's never dealt with a two quarterback system before last season with Luis Perez and DeAndre Johnson. Looks like he got himself back into the same situation.
Low liner for Terry Wright, who's been great in the return game, and it's another good one as he crosses the 50. This team has timeouts to work with, so they're going to have a chance to get it in field goal range and go win it in regulation. Of course, the kick game has been off the charts, led by Luis Aguilar.
Yes, it has, and I think this may have been a mistake for the New Jersey Generals, kicking that ball to Terry Wright. He's been great with returning all day. You see, with just 14 seconds left on the clock, you get 10 to 15 yards on a play. And now you're looking at Luis Aguilar for another kick.
56 yards was his low. Cook is to the outside, trying to set up Aguilar. And he will do so nicely. It's Devin Gray with the grab. Still have 10 seconds. Have the timeout, so really you could go over the middle of the field as well if you want to, if you so choose. Second down now from the 40.
Again, this position on the field creates a lot of anxiety for a defense, being in a tie ball game with just 10 seconds left.
Cookus to the air again, trying to break off a chunk and right through the arms of Akeem. Samuel Akeem, who extended for it and couldn't make the grab.
Just a little inside 7 cut. Just a little off with the timing. Case Cookus, I know he wishes he had that pass back. 6 seconds left. Looks like the Stars are going to try to get one play in to get a little closer.
Let's go. They're just going to run it here. You want to gain yards, have to get down. Colburn does so. They take the timeout. There's 1 second remaining, and it's going to be a deep kick for a guy who has been sensational. Can he finish off the day? And Luis Aguilar.
Jack, when I was in college, I lost a game off of 1 second.
Their second of the half. Field goal! 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 3 seconds. 3 seconds, please.
I was about to say, you see the ref resetting the game clock to 3 seconds. Oftentimes in games, that 1 second goes off the clock.
Hit from 22, 42, 56, 36, 27, 51, and 49. He already has the record. Now can he get the win? It's either a walk-off or it's overtime.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a little icing.
Timeout.
Yeah, there you go.
New Jersey, their second of the half. 30-second timeout.
Coach Riley gonna let him think about it. And probably the most impressive thing so far has been Aguilar's demeanor. Whether he hits it, no matter what, he just always has that exact same look on his face. He's gonna be tested here.
Most kickers, most of your good kickers that I've been able to have the privilege of playing with or speaking to throughout my career in football, they have great mental health, Jack. They believe in themselves. They understand the moments in games like this. It's all about you having the confidence in yourself and taking all the other aspects of the game and getting it out your head and focusing just on this single kick.
From 55 for the win. Does he have the leg? Yes!
Drained it.
He drained it. And he needed everything out of that kick to get home, and it did.
Wow. Another one possession of game between the Philadelphia Stars and the New Jersey Generals. Wow.
Put them on your shoulders.
Nobody is happier than this kid, Luis Aguilar. Wow. He may have saved the Philadelphia Stars season today by his performance.
I think that is a fact. I don't think we need to vote for the special teams player of the week.
No, sir.
24-21, the walk-off from Luis Aguilar. Our player of the game brought to you by Simply Spiked.
Player of the game, Luis Aguilar, with, what was it, 8 kicks, Jack?
At every point.
Almost every point for the Philadelphia Stars, with immense pressure and the game on the line. He drains it. Even the camera guy couldn't believe it. And watch as Luis sees the ball goes through the middle of the uprights, and he's like, oh yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. He's had an insane day. Wow, you see Coach Riley right there. Even his grandson Eli couldn't believe it. Philadelphia Stars, Bart Andrews, live to fight another day. Now the North Division is all knotted at 2-3. The excitement.
Offensive coaches, they're in the booth. This is the 2 longest field goals of the USFL, 56 and 55 for the game winner. His demeanor, he got iced. They iced him. Thought about it and said, watch this. Coming up next on NBC, it's the IMSA racing from Laguna Seca. And don't miss more USFL action next weekend at Pittsburgh. They take on Memphis Saturday, 12:30 Eastern Time on USA. For Mike Robb, Doris Stevenson, our entire crew, Steve Greenberg running the show, Nelly calling the shots. Jack Collinsworth saying so long from Detroit, Michigan. How about Philadelphia? The Stars